This is my phone. It's an iPhone 13 released in September 2021. And this is my phone case. This is now one of the very rare moments when these two are not together. I've always used a case, even though I hate how bulky it is. Why? Because I'm not rich enough.
Yes, I'm sure if I worked a 9 to 5, I would have reason to buy a phone case. But I don't. I do social media.
Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't really need a case, and I'll tell you why. So for me personally, I pay about $10 a month to have my iPhone protected, and that's because I don't want to rock a case.
Okay, let me rephrase it this way. I don't have the confidence to risk damaging my phone because phone repairs are expensive. Let's look at what a screen repair cost for an iPhone 13 look like. Apple charges $279 for screen replacement. Back glass repair, a whopping $349. With Apple Care Plus, screen or back glass repair would cost me around $29 per incident. But an Apple Care subscription for an iPhone is anywhere from $160 to $270. Now let's look at what it would cost me for a good quality case from Amazon. Around $15 to $30 depending on the brand and design. By the way, my phone case is the main reason why my phone still looks intact. I'm a super clumsy person and I would never trust myself with a caseless phone. So for me, this has been a super cool investment. But at what cost? I recently purchased a new case, and while I waited for the new order, I had to use my phone without a cover for a while. That's when I realized, your phone was designed to use it as it was. The phone felt light. It was sleek, easy to hold, and I could feel the premium finish. It was exactly what the phone manufacturer wanted the user to feel. It was designed that way. Yes, obviously yes. And yet, here I am, waiting for my next bulky phone case. But I'm not alone. The global phone protective cover market was $23.62 billion in 2023 and is projected to reach $41.42 billion by 2030, a CAGR of 8.3% from 2023 to 2030. Another estimate values it at $24.99 billion in 2024, rising to $41.45 billion by 2032. A CAGR of 6.53%. North America's protective case segment alone was $5.72 billion in 2023 and is forecasted to grow to $11.98 billion by 2032. According to a 2023 Statista survey, 79% of smartphone users use some kind of phone case. The number one reason people buy a phone case is for protection. Some people prefer cases because it feels good in their hands. It provides a good grip. Some say it helps their phones stand out, as most phones nowadays look the same. While all these are good reasons for using cases, the majority of us can't help but use them out of fear of damage and repair costs. So most people buy a premium build phone and never enjoy its full potential. Look at Apple, Samsung and others trying to push their sleekest and most stylish phones when most of their target audience is ultimately going to end up with a bulky case. It's really interesting to see that. While most people fall in this bucket, there are others who disagree. Not everyone uses a phone case. Some people prefer to use their phones straight out of the box. I call them privileged. Why? No reason to be honest. I'm simply jealous. I wish I had that kind of money so that I could fix my screen anytime it met with a concrete floor. But jokes apart, while we may think that non-case users are wealthy enough that they don't care if they put on a case or not, that's actually not the case all the time. No pun intended there. This is what my coworker says on why she hasn't used a phone case in 5 years. She also uses an iPhone 13, by the way. Now let's look at what the people of the internet has to say about it.
I switched up and got a screen protector, and I don't feel good about it. But one thing I'll never switch up on is my hatred for phone cases. They just don't make sense to me.
Should you buy a case or a skin? Well, you can get wallet cases, stand cases, and extra protective cases. But skin just feels so good.
Using a case for an iPhone is like wrapping a plastic foil around an Italian leather sofa.
What you saw were all the reasons that made these people think differently. But why do some of us still care? According to behavioral psychologist Dr. Susan Weinschenk, people tend to overprotect expensive items because of loss aversion. That means we hate losing something more than we enjoy gaining it. In fact, research in behavioral economics shows the emotional pain of losing $10 is about twice as much as intense as the pleasure of gaining $10. Then there's the endowment effect. The second you unbox your phone, it's your baby, and you irrationally value it more than its market price. Status quo bias kicks in next. You'd rather keep clicking that case on than risk the unknown thrill of a caseless life. And thanks to the sunk cost fallacy, once you've dropped some $50 on a case plus screen protector combo, your brain says, might as well keep using it, even if you briefly crave that naked phone freedom. Neuroeconomics shows your amygdala lights up at any hint of loss. So your phone armor feels as natural as buckling a seatbelt. That's why even the toughest military-grade cases keep flying off shelves. Our brains would rather pay a little now than risk a lot later. So these are my final thoughts. To case or not to case, that is the question. Most of us are somewhere in between, trying to enjoy a $1,000+ device, but terrified of one stupid drop. Whether you're a minimalist or part of the no case, no cry gang, just remember, your phone is yours. Use it the way you want. But if you're clumsy like me, just get the case, even if you can afford the repairs. It's going to save you a lot of time, I promise. I hope you found this video interesting. Questions like these always keeps me curious. So if you want to see more content like this, click the subscribe button so that I can keep working on more cool topics. Catch you on the next one.